What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Mr. Plays, and today I'm going to be telling you why Metroid Dread is one of Nintendo's masterpiece games. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I think Metroid Dread is just so amazing, why I think Nintendo did a great job making this game, and why it's one of the best games that they have made. So, Metroid Dread came out in October of 2021, and there was a lot of hype building up to it because it was the first 2D Metroid game in so long, and people were just, it was the follow-up to a Metroid game that came out so long ago, and people were so excited to see that story finished, and all the trailers for it looked so exciting, it really did a good job to hype everyone up for the game. And then the game came out, and I was not disappointed at all. This game was absolutely amazing. I loved it. And so this game, it has what I like to call the can't put down quality. So it was like when I was playing this game, I rarely would be able to put it down. Like it'd be like 10:30 at night, I'd be like, I just need to keep playing this game. It was so good. Whenever I felt like I would get stuck, I didn't know where to go, what to do, it would just lead me in the right direction. I would be able to find the next thing that I had to do, find the next ability that you can get, and I would just do that, and then I'd be like, oh, now I have to go on and use that ability to do so much more stuff. And it's just such an amazing game. And so, first I want to talk about the gameplay of this game. So the gameplay mechanics are absolutely amazing. So for the gameplay mechanics is mainly combat and movement. So the combat is absolutely genius. It's so good. It feels so smooth to fight with Samus, especially even in boss fights and also just against normal enemies. The free aim mechanic is really smooth. It really works well, and you don't have to think too much while you're fighting. And also, it's cool to have the charge beam, the normal beam, the rockets, and just all different types of things you can do to do damage to enemies or counter enemies' attacks. And the melee counter, especially the dash melee counter, feels so clean to use, feels so good. So whenever I'm fighting, I always use the melee counter just to get some extra damage, get some extra maybe rockets or energy back, and it's so good. The design of it was so well done, and it's just they just did a great job with the combat, and also all the abilities are amazing. They all work well together. And in most fights, I'm using tons of abilities I've had in the past that I've just sort of gotten used to using over time. And then the movement mechanics are also just as amazing. The jumping mechanics are great. And also just moving around side to side. The slide is amazing. I love using the slide. It was a great addition that they did. And just everything about the movement was so good, so well done. The flash shift is really cool. I like how it's implemented and how it's used. And then, of course, Shine Spark puzzles, that type of movement. I mean, sometimes those puzzles can be annoying, but the movement is so well done, just also. I also made a video a bit ago reviewing Metroid Dread after I finished completing the game, and so you can check that down in the description down below, or also there'll be a card in the top right corner of the screen, and you can click on that, it'll link you to the video, but don't forget to finish this video, then go and watch that. And so also, I want to talk about the graphics of this game. I mean, the game just looks so good. They did a great job after all these years of waiting, making it look amazing. May it not look like a game that was supposed to come out 5-6 years ago, but really focusing on making the graphics look good, making Samus look amazing. And just, they put so much detail into the game. Like, the backgrounds are amazing. A lot of times you'll just look at the backgrounds, there's so much detail, so much stuff going on, and it all looks great. There's this one part where you're running through a tube, and then we'll zoom out, and you'll see this giant expanse of just lava and just so much background, and it looks so good. And then when the cutscenes come by, I'm not annoyed that there's a cutscene I have to now watch, but the cutscenes are all so cool. They look so professionally done. They look like something out of a movie. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, the cutscenes, they also do a great job of explaining the story without feeling too much like just exposition. And everything's just amazing about the graphics, how the game looks, and how the game feels to play. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Metroid Dread and why I think is one of Nintendo's masterpieces that they've created. We also have another Nintendo's masterpiece video at the moment about Age of Calamity. Many of you, so if you want to go check that out, that will also be linked in the description down below and in the card at the top of the screen. But this game, it was amazing. I love all the new mechanics added. Just overall, it's just a great game. Looks good, feels great. Love the addition of the Emmys. It's such a cool new thing, having to think quickly on your feet and just move around and all stuff like that. And then also just being able to restart if you die, being able to restart pretty close to where you left off, where it still feels like, oh dang it, I died. It's sort of like punishing a bit, but it's not so punishing that it takes away the enjoyment of like, oh, I have to do 20 things that I already know how to do just to get back to this part where I died. So I love this game. It's one of Nintendo's greatest games, that I've said many times. And so yeah, I think Metroid Dread is one of Nintendo's masterpieces. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a like. And also, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of our uploads about Nintendo content. We'll be posting pretty often during this Christmas time, and then also in the new year with new games coming out. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see any of that. But until next time, peace!